Alright, we're going.
So here we are leaving Offworld, and we see a cop pull in. We're like, hey cop, drive, whatever.
Do you not understand me? I said.
And now I made a U-turn, and now I'm heading down that way towards University.
You got a drink?
No, yeah, down University, headed towards Oakland Park. But I make a right going towards Piper High School. I'm now on what, 44? Whatever.
I don't know, that street right there.
No, over there. Whatever.
No, it's right there.
Whatever.
No, look.
Oh, it's that way.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we're going, and the cop, he's still on her ass.
So we're like, all right. So we take a right down the block, so that we indicate that his blinker is fucked up.
Because that's what we thought it was at first.
Yeah, we were like, oh, his blinker's going off. So they're probably gonna tag him for his blinker being broken, for a broken taillight. So we take the right, and he turns on his siren. And the cop sees that the light's working, and we take the right, and the cop turns with us. We're like, oh, okay. So he's probably gonna catch him for the for his left blinker not blinking at all.
Yeah, my Honda's a piece of shit. Leave me alone. I don't care if it's VTEC.
So we're about to take a left this time. So this truck just comes speeding by. We have the green, of course. We're about to take a left and start skidding. Hits his brakes. All you hear is, and the truck is in the middle of the street. Now at this time, there's two cops behind us. We're about to take. We're like, okay. We step there for like a good 5 seconds. Then we start taking a left.
Mind you, there's two cops following them still.
And we're thinking, hey, maybe the cop will get off our tail
on the guy
and get on this guy's ass. No, keep driving.
They keep driving and they keep following us.
We're like,
I'm like, all right, what the fuck? Because
now I'm like, fuck this shit. Does anybody got any paraphernalia on them?
Anybody have any warrants on them or anything like that? Because we're like, all right, these cops want something serious. So we're like, oh, do anybody have any warrants on them or whatnot? Because it's like, now there's these cops following us, and they see this guy in the middle of the street. The guy probably took a look left and saw two cops, was like, shit, I'm fucked. And then saw the cops pass by and then went home. It's like, fuck that. So we're still going. At this time now there's three cops.
Yeah, now we're making a right onto...
Right on the what?
I thought you were going to sit on his lap.
Dude, why are you looking at my ass, dude?
You're the one who wants to show it off.
Hey, someone wants
that was ass full of person stuff. Yeah. That was...
Leave it up.
He's showing it off again. Dude.
Alright. So
no, we're playing. Fuck that. What the hell are you doing?
Oh yeah, wait, we're playing.
Continue, Haywood.
Alright. So we're taking another right this time. We're going. What street were we going now when we got pulled over?
We were now on Oakland, and we're
heading to Sawgrass Mall, and we get pulled over. That's when the lights finally flash. Now, at this point, there's a spotlight on us, and the guy's talking. He says, all right, the driver of the car, please stick your hands out the driver's side window.
Yeah. Mind you, I'm still holding my envelope full of my with my ID car tag and ID tag and all that stuff.
They got arrested.
And not only that, but in the echo of the sound of the loudspeaker that he's talking to, you hear a dog in the back. So now we know there's a canine unit.
Get the weight.
Anybody tries to run, that's your ass.
Yeah. So he's like, and then he's like, all right, the person in the passenger side, please stick your hand out the passenger side window. Mind you, again, Gavin's car's a piece of shit. His window doesn't go down, so I have to stick my hand out the sunroof. And the officer's like, no, out the passenger side window. And I take my hands, I'm like, his window does not open. It's broken. And he says it again. He's like, out the passenger side window, stick your hands out. And I'm like, again, the window is broken. And then one of the officers that are kind of close by says, the window's broken, he can't stick it out of the passenger side window. And they're like, all right, driver of the car, please open your car with your hand outside the window. So he opens the car with his hands outside the window and opens it. All right, step out of the car and put your hands in your head and look away from us. Put your hands in your head and walk away. And no, not that part yet. So they tell him to walk backwards towards the sound of his voice. So he's walking backwards to the sound of his voice. And then I don't see him anymore. They're like, all right, walk 2 steps to the right. So now I'm thinking they're checking for DUI. Maybe they think we're drunk. And walk a couple more steps back. I don't hear from Gavin for another minute. Then it's like, all right, passenger, open your door from with your hands outside of the car. What the hell do you expect me to do out of the sunroof? I was like, the window is broken for a third time. Now I'm like, I'm like, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I take my hand in the car, open the door, and I stick my hand out the door. I'm like, look, you see my hands? I stick my other hand out and then get out of the car. All right, turn around, put your hands on your head. I do that, and then I start walking back already. They're like, slow down. I'm like, okay.
You
So
know
I slow down, and I'm walking back. Now get on your knees.
Damn niggers.
And then get on my knees, and then one cop rushes me, puts my hand behind my back, and handcuffs, and then yanks me up. Then puts me against the car and searches me and touches me in places that I don't think are appropriate. And then,
Cops appeal. Yes.
Of course, me being the one with the baggy pants, they needed the opportunity to lift all the way up my leg and it was great. So they finally stick me in the back of the car. Now here's me and Gavin with our hands in the back like that, and Gavin's like, yeah, and I'm like, so what just happened? And we're looking at each other, and we're like, and he's like, well, all right, we already confirmed that there was no warrants, unless Kenny was lying to us. Right? Damn it, Kenny! The chick gets same thing. We don't really pay attention to her. We're still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then Kenny, I don't know when he got escorted out of the car, but then I see to my left there's this black guy holding a shotgun, and another guy comes up to the side of my car. Yeah, you hear him cock it, and I didn't see the bullet fly out, but you just hear him cock it, and he's like aiming at the car, and then a guy with a pistol comes up to my door on the right side of the squad car and aims at the car. They all rush the car and put their guns to the car. There's two guys with a pistol and another guy with a shotgun. Then they look inside the car and they're like, all right, there was only 4 of them. There was only 4. Then they put their guns away and they start searching the car. And now we're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Gavin, you don't have anything in your car, right? Because this car's a mess. You would think an arm just reached out and grabbed the cop by the neck and then drug him into the back of
Then I'm like, oh shit, my katanas. Oh god,
yes.
no.
He remembers his swords and we're like, no! And you could just, like, at that moment imagine looking at the car and this cop going out like this. What's this? What's this? That's not blood, it's rust, I swear. So, it's like, they searched the car. I don't know how they didn't see the katanas, but they didn't pull anything out. And then this officer comes up to the passenger side of the car and it's like, yeah, the reason why this happened, oh, no, not even that. He didn't even get to that point. He took our information.
Because you're black and I'm white.
Yeah, but if the snakes were driving,
That's a generic answer.
Yeah.
Quick question and answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically says, let me get your name, your middle name, last name, social security, blood type, what kind of food you like, what's your favorite color?
What's the name of your first one?
Hair sample, basic,
You know.
generic information.
I swear to God, they couldn't get the door open. Like 6 cops, 6 motherfucking cops. Click, what the fuck's wrong with
They
this
went
door?
to Gavin's
What the
door,
fuck?
and they're like, what's going on? They open up the driver's side of the door.
They use
Press
the button.
press the button, open the door, shut the door.
This button doesn't work.
And then you hear the cop. It was so funny. We were laughing. He was like, what the fuck's wrong with this door? Comes around the car and opens my side of the
Gavin
door.
was pretty good for my first try.
And then
They tell us, don't worry, it's all they didn't say misunderstanding.
no, they
like,
took our information first.
No, we were still in the car, and they were like, don't worry, everything's being sorted out.
We're clarifying stuff.
Yeah.
What
So-
happened was that we saw the door propped open, and as soon as I saw that, you guys were leaving, so we assumed that you were robbing the place.
But now, me and him are in the backseat of the car. We're like, yeah, okay. I wish there was an episode of Cops. Then we start singing.
Yeah, we start singing "Bad Boys, Bad Boys." What you gonna do?
We're all hanged up.
When they come for you.
Cop shines light.
And then I'm looking for a camera in the back of the car because if they actually succeed with it, they put it in an episode of Cops. But if they don't, then I'm gonna find that bitch and put it on an episode of Reno 911 because that's the episodes that actually show what the fuck happened in real life to cops. So I'm looking for the camera. I'm like, yeah, you guys fucked up. You're gonna burn this shit after I find it. So, but we didn't find a camera. So, yeah. And then the cops in the back of the car writing down information and then puts a flashlight to it, wondering why we're laughing and shit.
We're in there laughing our ass off like, what the hell's
We're
going
just
on?
making up shit. We're like, what the fuck?
You know what really pissed them off? You would have said you were like a Kanye activist or something. That you follow the words of Kanye West, how he hates like all government stuff like that. Just some simple funny kids that
Fucking white people.
you know what? You can go back on your fucking island and make your Jamaican mentality.
And you still buy them.
Hell yeah, man, but you still be doing good at your island over there. They take up too much space over here.
Nigga, please.
Nigga, please look at you. You weigh like twice as me. You're like a
I probably don't.
You're like a double stepping Whopper.
I know I don't.
What the fuck? He's thinking of a sexual position.
Yeah.
Only you would think that, Chris.